Stephen Bonacore, the podfather of gaming here. And I've been giving you a taste of the Essen halls. And why am I showing you that big 6? This is hall 6, duh, of course. But I'm showing you this is the furthest outer hall, right? 3 is the largest, 1 and 2, the second with the hobby games. 6 is the furthest away from the hobby games. But I want to show you something here on this board, which shows you some of the companies, all of the companies that are actually in hall 6. And take a look at this. I'm going to try to put my finger there so maybe you can see Asmodee, Queen Games, more Asmodee, Hook, Huta, Kosmos. So just because you're in an outer hall, and I'm using that term, they don't use that, a hall further away from the hobby area, just because you're there doesn't mean you're a small company. In fact, when I turn around, you're going to see some really big names. Look at this. Kosmos with this huge presence. We all know Kosmos, of course. Now it continues. So Kosmos is out here because, you can't even see that top part, I'll show you, there you go. Kosmos is out here because of the types of games that they have. Family games being their key market. So they took up even more space than they would have usually had over in hall 3. That's where they were last year. That's what they've always been. And now they've got this huge footprint in hall 6. If you want to call it outer hall, you can. I'd call it a family hall, and I'd call it a place where companies can really, really spread out. I'm going to do a little wander here, and you're going to see another big company. Look at this Kosmos. I mean, this may be the biggest, it's this entire side too. This may be the single biggest extended booth in the entire show in this farthest hall, we'll call it hall 6. But what I'm going to come upon here is going to be very interesting for you. How about, wish I would have gotten there earlier for you, so it would have been a great transition, but hold with me. And here we go. What do we have here? Of course, we have Ravensberger, the Hasbro of Germany, which, as everybody who listens to this channel knows, they now have Disney Lorcana, which was the biggest game at Gen Con this year. And of course, they've got a huge, huge presence here at the Spiel. I'm going to sneak in here for a second just to take some video. But you can see there are literally dozens and dozens and dozens of tables being played on here, Disney Lorcana. So if anybody's saying, Disney Lorcana is not going to be a big thing soon, they've already committed to a larger second printing, plus they've also committed to more sets of cards. All right, we're going to get out of here so the real important people, the families, can come in there. And I'm going to continue, I'm going to continue wandering these halls just a little bit. Sorry, we are French, one of the best named companies out there. I just love that name. You can see in the distance, Schmidt Spiele. That's the company that I dealt with extensively for all of the roll-in rights in the Ganz Schön Clever line. That's pretty clever, twice as clever, clever times 3, whatever it was called, and now there's even a 4th clever. 4 times as clever? I forgot what it's called. So they're a huge company in Germany. They're in this hall. Hachette. Hachette is a French company, we are French, making huge inroads across all of the world. They are the largest book publisher in France and the 4th largest in the world. Not someone to be trifled with. Amigo Spiele, another very big company. So don't think of these outer halls as something to avoid if you're here at the Spiel. If you ever do come to Essen, and I'm almost sure they're going to keep this kind of lineup, lighter, more family-oriented games being demoed, being sold here in Hall 6. And just keep looking across. Look at this one here. Now this is a much smaller hall. You can see I'm making progress pretty quickly. It's a little less crowded, of course. First day, it's the gamers dominate the whole thing. That's why Hall 3 was so popular. Up there, we got Dixit Disney. And as you can see back there, as soon as you get past this big wheel here, what is that? That is Ticket to Ride Legends of the West Legacy game, right? So in Germany, in German, Zug Zug is Ticket to Ride. I don't exactly know how that translates to Ticket to Ride, but that is the same game. That is the legacy game that I got when I was at Gen Con. Look at the marketing here. Look at this. This is absolutely beautiful. Wow. If this gentleman would move, I would have a great shot of this train on tracks that they actually put into here. Really, really wonderful marketing piece here at the Days of Wonder booth in Hall 6. Turning around. Spellbook. I can give you a little report on Spellbook. This is literally the only game I played today. I came here. I'm going to actually get over to the English speaking section, so I'm not sure if I'm going to annoy them or not. This is the only English table. Again, you know, the family section is going to cater toward the German families. This table I learned, and they were teaching it in English. I'm going to see if I can move down and give you a look at this game. It's an engine building game where you are casting spells in different colors and trying to build your engine to score victory points.